you see these timers here?
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to give these. The strong side timers here, you don't want to just trade these and these now.
So if they were like a minute 30.
Oh, this is perfect. You take everything, you reset, then you come here on the spawn. Or you take everything, you've cleared down. So don't do this thing either. Like when you're just running in mid like this, you don't need to help them take the wave. Right here, you should be on proximity camps, wolves, raptors, scuttle. And also you need to always have an objective in mind. What's the next objective in mind? These two things here. So we should not go up here. We should look at the lanes. So when it's uptime, right? Look at your lanes here. They're all kind of on this line. So what you're doing is good actually, but if it was on Gromp.
Yeah, because this is where I die in. Man, I feel like I've learned so much already and we were in like halfway through this game.
Just before this video begins, I want to talk quickly about the Jungle Academy, guys. This is a program that if you are learning jungle or if you're looking to climb, this is one of the best resources on the internet for that. So just to highlight some of the things in the academy, you know, we have in-depth champion guides, fundamental videos, you know, just a bunch of resources, as well as you'll have the Discord access where we're answering some of your questions, daily coaching sessions, bunch of challenger jungle coaches. You know, you just sign up here, you enter the coaching room, we'll review your VODs, and really just overall a strong sense of community. You know, we have over 1,000 members in the Discord, in the academy. And if you want to see proven results like everyone else in the academy, send me a DM so I can see if you're a good fit for this program, or you can just click the link in the description below. And yeah, happy jungle gapping. Okay, so let me know when you can see my screen share.
Yeah, I got it.
So these are the notes right here, and this is what we're going to be talking about.
That was a very long notepad.
It's not too long. It's not too long. We have some very, very good points though. So these are all just the small points. This is actually what we're really going to be thinking about. So really it just comes down to these things. And then all the notes are going to be, you know, referring back to
feeding
this.
into that.
Yeah.
Got it.
So just overall, like I'll just say from your mentality point of view, obviously this could have just been the coaching session, right? You kind of talking, saying like what I could have done, whatever. If you do that on your own, it's kind of problematic because you want to be always thinking about like what's happening right now and the future, unless it's like a fight where you need to play wrong. So let me explain. Like if there's a fight where you just EQ and you dive the back lane and Mal's just ults you and none of your team can follow up, that is the only time where you should think about what's happened in the past. Any other situation, like you die, you gank, you fail a gank, you waste time, anything else, and I do the same, like everyone does it, right? But it's just not good. You never want to think like, oh, I should have done this, I should have done that, I should have done this. Like save all of that for like after the game, like the review.
Okay.
Okay. Because you want to just constantly be thinking like next thing, next play, next information, what's happening on the map.
That makes sense.
And a big part of this game as well is like you didn't have much to play to, which is actually like, which is the hard thing, right? But I'm going to explain to you about this bot lane and what I think would be a better idea, because there was, I don't know if you remember, there was one moment where we like traded all his topside camps and he traded our bot side camps, and it kind of just left our bot lane open, and we were playing towards this like losing a Kali, even though the round or 2 rounds previous we had killed their bot lane. So I want you to really think like, like should I take his red side, but am I going to lose my red side? And do I just want to be splitting the map here, basically? Or would I rather just actually clear down and maybe contest the dragon and maybe counter the echoes and the Thresh's aggression on bot? So that's also something else.
Usually I highly value stealing enemy camps, because in my mind it's like I'm not getting 1 camp, I'm getting 2. I'm getting 1 for me, and I'm minusing 1. And but actually I didn't think about that in terms of if I do that, he's gonna just take my bot probably, and then
he's gonna be in a better. Yes, he's gonna be in the proximity of like something that's more valuable than just trading camp for camp.
And they were the win con, right? So yeah, that's fair.
Not really. Like win con, I wouldn't even go as far as that. I would just say like it's a better chance for you to get involved, right?
Right.
Like it's a better chance for you to kill them, like because you already killed them, right? They already kind of showed that they were playing pretty aggressive. Like Lee showed that he was being aggressive as well, but the problem is that your Kali was just inting, and like your bot lane was actually in a situation where like, hey, the Smolder's doing well. Just really thinking about like, okay, well, which lane do I actually want to be in proximity to? And like, if I go and do this, like, am I going to be taking his red side and then crossing back to my red side? Like, do I have it warded? Right. I need to make sure, like, just in League in general, like, you want to make sure that the enemy jungle never gets your strong side camps. You don't want the Echo, like, say you want to play around bot, you want to be in proximity to bot. You never want Echo to get these camps, because what that means is you're forced onto this side.
Yeah, and then I have to play around weaker lanes or lanes that I don't want to play around.
So we will talk about that as well. That was a major early game theme. Then the mid game themes is actually just about basically uptime, downtime. There was this huge round, I don't know if you remember, which we'll get to. You're basically, what I like to call this is bodyguarding dragon. You walk around the dragon, you sweep the vision, you're like just guarding it from someone, but you're not actually thinking. You're not actually thinking like, okay, well, if I start this, right? Whenever you start a dragon, it has to be, if you guys come and fight us, we will turn around and kill you. And maybe you had that idea, which is part 1. But part 2 is this next thing. Like, if our team is like,
reality.
What was it? The reality is that we have to adapt to our team, not the opposite. Because we have to, you know what I mean? Like, if your team starts going towards dragon, great. Let's do the dragon because we're stronger, right? But if your team is not showing any kind of response, you can't then start dragon, waste your time, and then be like, oh, why didn't my team rotate?
Yeah, I think I had a good tip once upon a time that was like, if you can't see them on your screen, they're not coming.
I also even wrote here, I do think that your minimap should actually be bigger, because your HUD is pretty big, which is fine. The minimap is like everything. The minimap is like your minimap being, I think you could make it bigger, because there's a lots of times where it's like, oh, I thought my team would be here. And just that idea of like taking some more glances at your minimap constantly is really good. I'll send you all this as well. So let's talk about everything. Because I think your early game was obviously, they had a small couple things, but wasn't too bad. It was more so transitioning your lead and stuff like that. So let's just go through all the points really quick and kind of relate them. So talking about the bot lane first of all, okay? I think you said, I said this actually. Talking about push also is kind of irrelevant in your pregame. Like in your pregame, I want to just hear this. Like I like how you talked about the Malzahar, because the Malzahar is something that sticks out to me as well in a general sense. What I want to hear in your pregame is like, okay, Malzahar, immobile, good for my ult. Thresh, bad for my ult. This is kind of like a bad Jarvan game, I could say, honestly, but it's still playable. Agreed. But it's like, okay, Malz is dangerous. He has ult, so I need to make sure I don't dive in and just like get Malz ulted in one shot. This game, we're kind of like on the more the late game side, because we have like some scalers here in the bot lane compared to them. And where can I get a kill? So talking about this now, like I think pathing to top would have been okay. But Akali doesn't really offer you anything. Okay, it could be volatile, but she doesn't offer you anything, and Lee Sin has really good escape. So in this game,
I tend to avoid, like, Lee Sin is really slippery in my mind. And it's highly likely that I will waste time there.
Yeah, and again, Akali doesn't offer you anything, but neither does Soraka. But both of these lanes you're playing off enemy aggression, right? You're playing off the fact that you think the enemy will play aggressive, and you can then get a kill because of that. It's nothing about my smolders, my win condition. Don't think that yet. I think the enemy will try and gank my bot lane with like Thresh. So you're playing like the counter gank side, and they're playing the gank side. Really, like realistically, you'll never full clear here and try and gank Thresh. Like there is a world where that can be possible. But the thing is, your Soraka doesn't offer you anything. So he's just going to flay you. He's going to lantern. Like it's not going to really work. So you really want to play like the full clear down and then counter the enemy's aggression, which what did they do this game, right? Echo ganked bot.
Dive in a tower, yeah.
And we did.
Yeah, because like, I guess, sorry, if it's like a Riven Ignite into a Kayle top, like I would be like, okay, Riven is going to do everything in her power to kill Kayle like as many times as possible early game.
Yeah, and it is kind of the hard thing, right? About like, okay, well, is it so weak that can I even counter, right? Is it so weak that they just fall over? Usually Enchanter versus Engage, you can always just think, because if you think about ganking a Soraka, if she lives, the thing about your 3v3 is that if someone just doesn't get one shot, which obviously in some cases is, we would typically rather be the Nautilus side, right? We would rather be the side that is the aggressor. We would rather be that. But the thing is, you can play off the enemy going too deep. You can play off the fact that the enemy Thresh queues in. And for example, in this first round, so I'm not even going to I'm just going to skip straight to it. You know, this first round, we clear down. We think Echo's piling towards bot as well. In this case, I would rather you just be faster into the river rather than you sync up Raptors and Krugs. Just a small thing. I just want you to be here as fast as you can. So that means just eat this.
Just go the whole way down. Yeah.
Just eat this. Don't do this, because then you may be late. I think you were thinking too much about the scuttle, which is okay, right? But what I really want you to think about is like, I want you to be finishing your clear here like this fast. Like you should be done by now if you had cleared. And I want you to be thinking, okay, so in this kind of lane, they're pushing. Okay, great. So that means my job now becomes to cover, right? my job here is to kind of walk in, flag some bushes, ward this, take scuttle, give them vision, cover for them. Because I know that the enemy's idea of playing the game with a Thresh is trying to kill my Soraka.
Yeah.
Okay? So thinking a little bit more about the champions, I don't even, like if you held Smite here and you were in Krugs, I wouldn't even mind this. This is great, right? Hold your Smite. Like, that's good. You don't need to use it. Or as well, you didn't go pot this game. I don't mind it, but I do think that like, if you're thinking about the fact that there may be a bot skirmish, it's good to have a pot.
Right.
If the enemy had a Sona support here, I would say, don't worry about anything, because if enemy ganks your Soraka here and he has a Sona, it's probably not going to work. So you can be more on like the greedy side, and then you can do what you're doing, which is like syncing these camps together. You know what I mean?
To be fair, I guess like pot actually doesn't help me buy anything. That's kind of a relic left over from like wanting to do like 8 camp clears and get like a soul boots early, yada yada yada.
Yeah, so like if you want to do an 8 camp clear this game on Jarvan, because you think that there again, that scenario again, Soraka versus Sona, Akali versus I just have nothing lanes is what I like to call them. Then you just play really greedy for yourself. You really camp cycle. Right. You don't start pot. But if you think there's ever going to be like some kind of skirmish or a fight, which could happen bot because again, enemy aggression, you go pot.
Sure. Okay.
So if you went pot here, you just cleared normally, right? The bot lane even warded themselves for you, but they just got one shot in this case, I think. You were looking, yep, they lost pretty much instantly.
So like, to your point, right?
Yeah.
Right here, if I'd done the clear properly, I would be there, right?
Well, I'm actually gonna like play like devil's advocate. I'm gonna just say like, let's say he just got one shot. This is also why it's important to like update yourself more. Even here, right? Like you talked about the thing, the vision. I would be hitting that this way and being like, cover my bot, because I don't care about them knowing where I am. My job, because I'm not ganking anything, right? I don't care about where I'm trying to cover, right?
This is bodyguard mentality, right?
It is bodyguard mentality a little bit, yeah.
Sure. No, I like that, because I often, like with the plants, I'm like, well, I'm just going to give them info about where I am, but like, if I'm playing Java.
Literally your job here, hit this cone this way, put these 2 wards in different, wherever you want, really. You can put them here and here and take the scuttle. Like, obviously a better ward would be like over here if you can. But yeah, your job here actually is to bodyguard, yes. This is a time where it's okay to bodyguard, because also this is like your spare tempo. Are you aware of the spare tempo, regular tempo stuff?
Yeah.
Good. This is your spare tempo, so you can just do jobs. Little jobs that don't, and just hit the cone. It's a very important thing, right? Like if you were looking to gank here, let's say you were looking to gank their bot. Okay, their bot's pushing. Let's say you have the Thresh, they have the Soraka, and the Soraka is pushing. Let's just put yourself in Echo's position. Then you shouldn't hit the cone.
Sure.
Because you're on the aggression side, and then
you don't want to
vice versa, you're on the cover side, okay? So this was like the only major thing in the early game. I think once you walk down here, right? Once you walk down, you said it in the game, just base now. If you were walking up, right? Let's say Soraka just died instantly before you even like let's say she's just dead right now, and the scuttle is like going this way, then it's good because you're already so close to this.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, once you go down, just base, buy a pickaxe, great. Then you still make it to the top scuttle. You got to think about tempo as well, right? If you base right now, who's getting to scuttle first? You or Echo?
Probably me.
Similar timing, right? Like if he presses B as well, like the river is in the middle, just base. Okay.
Yeah. But Gromp, I timed it the other day because I was like, I want to know like how long it takes me to get from base to Gromp. It's 28 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I was like, if it's 27 there, I'm like, all right, this is now.
Yeah. So that makes this round a little worse, to be honest, than what it should be, because you clear a bit slower, you're a bit less efficient, but it's still okay. You know, you can full clear again, you can base after wolves as well. It's whatever you want. We go for a bot lane skirmish here. You know, we get some kills here. Lucian uses flash here. So instantly here, right, because of all these things that are happening bot side, like where do you think is the proximity lane that you want to be around?
So I guess
after this
bot lane.
Yeah, now it's bot lane, for sure, right? People are using flashes, people are using summoners, people are fighting all the time. There's constant skirmishing all game, 2 rounds in a row now. Yes, bot lane is the lane we want to be in proximity to. As soon as this finishes, right, and you're here, I know, yeah, this is like obvious, but try and save again about time, even though you don't really have anything to do. Just think really much about, actually no, this was fine here. You just ran away and you base and you press W. It was other times where we're going to talk about the time. So Let's go back to these points here. So what are we up to?
So like, can you pause right here?
Yeah.
So like right now, like my thinking, I guess, was like I'm just gonna clear down towards that
Yes.
bot side slash
Yep.
Malzahar.
Yep. That's good. Yeah, you should just full clear again and check Scuttle. Echo shows you can take Raptors as well now. This is fine, right? He shows, so you take something. But right here now is the situation where you have to decide. Yeah. Right? This is where you have to decide, like, do I just want to take, like, maybe you can take red as well, but you see these timers here?
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to give these. The strong side timers here, you don't want to just trade these and these now.
So if they were like a minute 30?
Oh, this is perfect. You take everything, you reset, then you come here on the spawn. Or you take everything, you've cleared down.
Right. Okay, so I just need to start thinking about like my strong side timings when I'm stealing stuff. Okay,
exactly.
That makes sense. I like that.
So like if you think, oh, I can take Raptors and red and like I only lose Raptors, it's also kind of okay. But you just have to think like if you allow Echo more time here, there's obviously going to be more chance he's going to kill your bot. But if he doesn't have these camps up, let's say these were 2 minutes, he's not going to just AFK bot, right? I mean, he might.
Yeah, I agree.
But it just gives him something.
But then he might force a play and like then he might die.
Yeah.
So there's like a lot of stuff that comes from it.
So you actually cross mid here. Everyone shows. This was one of those timers where I really want you to be like 7:30 here, right? Just like instantly just Lee Sin shows mid, right? I don't want you to wait for this wave to like push in or something like that, right? If it's already coming in right now, sure, take the cannon, take the wave. But here, like, I want you to just instantly go back and clear your camps. It's just tempo. So watch how long this takes. This like situation. It's not even a cannon wave. Sorry. So you see here, right?
I thought this was a great play. Damn.
Yeah, super bad, super bad. Like, cause you're just clicking around, right? Like, look how I'll show you how long, right? You back off here. Your Raptors, your Wolves, your Grom, everything's up. So you just want to get back to your camps as soon as you can. Like if you can do Raptors here, smite it, then run back and like take some of the wave, that would be okay. But right now you're just waiting, right? You're just waiting. Like literally from 7:45 when you could be EQing onto or Eing the Raptors or starting the Raptors. 7:45 here, 7:55, 7:57. It's like 12 seconds of just waiting for a wave to come in.
At least a camp, which is XP.
Yeah, so you could have just done Raptors here and then gone mid, which would have been okay as well, right? But especially on these waves, like this is a theme that happened a lot this game, which covering waves, like only do it if it's a super big wave or it's super efficient. So there was another time with like Malzahar, which we'll probably get to. Okay, so faster here. Just get back to your camps. This slowed down your game a lot.
My rationale here, just to like, so you can tell me why, a little bit more about why it's wrong. My rationale here was that like camps on the map, the gold's still there.
Yep.
This gold disappears. I guess it's not a tower,
yeah. Completely understandable, right? Because this is going to disappear. And you're going to have like an abundance, right? You're going to have more.
But then there's Echo going bot and my bot pushing. Damn.
Well, no, I'm not even thinking about that. I'm just thinking about the fact of like, you also know that like waves don't give you full XP, right? It's just gold.
Sure.
So, and XP is a big part of early game. Again, your camp spawning, even though your camps are up, you want to put things on spawn unless you're getting kills, right? Or objectives. Because that's how your economy works. So like, it's really bad to base, for example, right now, because you want to be basing when your camps are spawning, right? Unless that tempo from basing and getting like an item is going to result in something greater. For example, like winning a skirmish, getting a dragon, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, it's really, really important here that you just, even if you did something like this, right? Even if you literally just did 1, get the midwave, 2, 3, 4, base, get Eclipse, run to your red, that would be good.
Right.
That would be really good.
See, this is what I was talking about, man. Jungle seems so easy on the surface, and then there's like 40 chests going on at the same time. Like, and I love it, but it's just like, everything that I'm talking about though. I know it is like, I know it definitely is like some 40 chest stuff, but honestly, it's just about like using your time well. That's like the core thing. So like you asked me before, like, how do I know if I'm getting questions correct? It's just about using your time well. Well, I guess this is something where you have to know, like, okay, what gets you more here? Like these 3 minions, 20 gold or 60 gold, or like the Raptors gold plus XP plus it's spawning again. Sure.
You're also showing a lot as well, which is also bad, right? Showing is in itself is giving the enemy an advantage, even though it doesn't have a gold value or an XP value or any resource value. It's time. It's information. Oh, Lee Sin now knows he can play aggressive. Bot lane now knows they can play aggressive. Now they know you're going where? Top side. Right?
Oh man.
Right?
Beautiful.
So that's again here. Like when you back off, you gotta think here. Yeah, this is a little more 4D chess. Go down this way.
Yeah, and I would normally do that. I honestly don't know why I did that, and it makes perfect sense to me.
Unless you just don't care that they know you're going there, because you know that this is down, everything's down, down, down. Okay, in that case, you just go straight there, and you just say, okay, Echo's going bot side, ping your bot lane.
Right.
Okay, so let's move on.
That's good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, on the 950 mid gank, like I want good pings as well, by the way. So this is like one of those. This is the scenario that happens, right? This is like the scenario that happens where we are trading when Echo goes bot side. So this would have been fine, but you have to remember here, like it is a match or trade situation. So if you think just Dragon is gone, your play here is correct, where you just do these camps and then take this, but then you have to instantly reset and try and contest this. So this has a little bit something to do with like moves in League. So taking his red side takes one move. Enemy taking Dragon takes one move. Taking this takes one move. Him taking a red side takes one move. So you can't choose everything, right? And that's the difference.
So if I knew he was going into his jungle to farm, like hypothetically, then this might be better because we're trading moves equally instead of like I have many more moves to take than he does.
Yeah, because but you would never want to take this move right now, right? Because this one's terrible. This one is like super bad because you know you're trading. Yeah, like look at all these one moves, right? So you gotta just think like, okay, well, if I don't think I can contest like the dragon, that's completely fine. You should just do like 1, 2, and then this is also where like using your team as a resource really comes in. Like try and really get your Zed to like ward here. So you can make more moves if you have information, because if you do like 1, 2, 3 here, and your Zed wards this, and then we see Dragon has been slain, and then you see him walking into your jungle, you can then like do something about it and kill him. And your Zed could just kill him.
Right.
So that's another thing as well, like using your team as a resource. Like I think also we'll just write this as like an early game focus theme. Like using your team as a resource, get them to ward where the enemy has a play. May have a play.
I've got to say, in NA, the people who will ward for you.
Oh, I know, it's terrible. Yeah, I mean, in every server, but it's still like 4 out of 10 games if they do it, it's really big. So if you don't have vision there, right? Let's just say this situation. So this is again, you don't have many moves because you waste. Like imagine if you did Raptors here, and then you went Wolves, and then you see Echo go bot side, and then like maybe he ganks your bot, and then you trade, and then you base, and then you match him here, or something like that, right? You just have more options.
Yeah. Because then he might walk out to Raptors, there's nothing there, he wastes time, and I've gained. Yeah,
exactly, yeah. I mean, it all kind of, I don't want to be hindsight too much, but it all kind of like fits.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. But like, really, like if I'm here and I see my bot side is up and Drake is up, I'm like, what am I doing here? With at least you just kill the Kali. Like that should have gone through my mind. So
I mean, I honestly think this is still like not too bad. I really just think like your team can, like using your team as a resource here. Like, so let's just watch when Echo takes Dragon. Let's see how much time you kind of have. So I think if you commit, so he kills it here, right? So that's basically one move for one move. You took his red side, he took Dragon. So if your Zed stops him from taking this, which he can, if you just assist ping him and tell him, and even if he doesn't, right? That would be really, really good. But yeah, you have to make a decision here now. Also, right? Okay, so we actually check Lee Sin is low here, right? And then he leaves, and then it's like it's kind of unlucky. Then this happens. Now, if we, this is honestly just a kind of a tricky situation. But the play is you have to decide, can I contest drag? If so, go do it. If not, you trade. I think this trade is okay. And then after this, actually, I think this just comes down to using your team as a resource, honestly. That's the main thing, because it's a situation where you don't have enough moves, right? You can't take his red side and the objective and your red side. Something has to cover for that, for the information. But at this point, I would just assume as well, my red side is all gone. So I would just clear. I would just assume it's all gone. Also, when Echo shows here, what's a way that you can check if he took your red here in this situation?
Check if he's got red buff.
Yeah, just check.
Yeah.
If he's got red buff, he's probably got 2 of your red side camps or 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
If he doesn't have red buff here, what should you do?
I would run straight to my bot
Instantly
side.
to it. Yeah. So what you did here is actually okay. So we got some more important things to cover as well in this game. Yeah. So for example here, right, this entire time where you're doing this, it should just be, yeah, you have a lot of gold, right? But the thing about this situation is, again, you still want to clear these camps to not give Echo something to do. If you know, let's say Echo didn't have it, you would definitely go and take it here, then base.
Yeah, but like just like that's Soraka ward right there, for example, showing the Krugs down.
Yeah.
I can then be like, all right, I'm going to assume I know he had red buff. He's taken that.
Yep.
Probably gone.
Yep. 100%. And then you would just base. Or even here, you could actually. This is one of those situations where no objectives are up. You have no ult. So do we really value getting our items here and running back on the map?
Sure, just clear top.
Just clear top. You already the moves have already been made. So you just gotta go clear your top side now, and then like think about it. When there's no objectives are up, when there's no ult, I know Jarvan isn't completely ult reliant, but this is a really, really good time to clear camp space.
Yeah.
Because there's no reason for you, like, look, you base here, you come out back on map, then what, right? There's nothing to really do. And then this is where another situation, I won't go over this too much, yeah.
So actually with this situation, I am curious, right? Because this, I really don't like tier 1 mid being down.
Yeah.
It kills like vision, doesn't let me walk through jungle. All you do here, right?
All you do here is you just press QE. Because what did we say? We said if it's efficient. So just QE the wave and just leave. Don't try and get every CS. Don't try and like threaten Malzahar. Just clear most of the wave and move on. So ready? You walk up here, trying to line up your Q, right? For the wave. Yeah. Try and line it up here. Okay, maybe you can only hit these guys. QE, leave.
Interesting.
That's it.
Yeah, because I guess I saw the Zed roaming up and I was like, he's going to leave this. Mid's going to go down.
Yeah. This is terrible for your tempo. This is so bad for your tempo. You stay here again, you stay here again, you stay here again. Another time where you could have cleared all 3, like at least fit in a camp between waves as well. So QE to Wolves, QE mid to Grom or to Raptors, whatever.
This explains a lot because I was like, at this point, I was like, I'm pretty ahead. But then I remember looking at Echo's level. I'm like, we're the same level though, which is wild because like he has like 8 fewer jungle camps than I do.
Yeah. So before we run out of time, this is like the big thing that I want to look at. The bodyguarding the dragon 1420. Okay. This is probably one of the most major rounds in the entire game. Because this is where you're really in control. You're doing good plays. You're getting double kills, stuff like this. You're getting camps. Really great time to base here after you take this straight away, which is I think what you do. Yep. Really great base. Can go straight back to the strong side because the weak side camps are not ready yet. So in this situation, right? Your bot lane's in base. The only thing you need to do here is go and drop a ward on the dragon, just so we know if they do dragon. And then you just clear your camps and you just play off information.
So if they do,
you ping everyone.
It doesn't really change anything.
If they start dragon, you're really strong, you want to fight, you spam ping everyone. If no one moves, you just do your camps and clear up. If everyone starts moving, you fight and you kill them and you'll win. Okay. That's the way. But the thing is, people will be way more likely to move if
you just ping them
they're on vision.
Times.
If the enemy is on vision doing something, it's way more likely the enemy will move. I can guarantee you that.
That's a fair point.
Yeah, because like laners don't want to move the same way you don't want to like waste time. Laners also don't want to waste time. So if you're just spam pinging assistance here on Dragon, they're like, oh, like what's this guy talking about? But if you're spam pinging like assistance and the enemy is taking it and you can see their icons on it, people are way more likely to move.
Yeah.
So
I mean, here, like both of the waves at that point were pushed in. I'm like, there isn't really a ton of agency for both of those lanes. Like if I think about like Fiora,
yes. I'll explain
catch that wave.
What you're doing right now is basically like saying, I am way stronger than you. I can force. This is you forcing. So you doing all this is you forcing. Remember, you don't need to like scare people away. You just need to run in here and clear vision. But what you're doing right now, if you're not doing your camps, then you need to be doing Dragon, right? So if you're not doing your camps, you need to just be starting this, right? And just pinging everyone and everyone just starts hitting it with you and you just do it. That's what you're showing me right now.
And
because if you're not going to start it here, what did you even just do?
Yeah, just waste time.
Right? Where like the pink ward on Dragon would have been sufficient for... And remember, like this is different to the other bodyguard situation because you have camps up.
Yeah, I completely get that.
Yeah.
That makes total sense.
So you can do this. If you had no camps right now, this would be great, right? Because you have nothing else to do. But just pink with the dragon, let information unfold. Let things happen, right? If you're on Raptors, maybe you see bot lane start skanking, or maybe you see the start dragon, or maybe something will happen, right? That's just what happens. A bit unfortunate with the lag there. And then we just start, right? And this is where it becomes a bit of a disaster because we have to get off. Teammates you don't ping anything either, right? You're just starting it here. Let's see what pings use. None. So I think even if you this idea of my teammates not going to follow, if this is NA, this is whatever, don't think like that either. Just ping everyone, say assistance, assistance. And then they come. And then remember, dragon is a tool to force the enemy to fight you because you're stronger. Don't think of it any other way. It's, I'm going to take dragon. If you come fight us, we're going to kill you. If you don't come fight us, I'm going to take the free dragon. That is how every single dragon works.
Got it. Man, I feel like I've learned so much already, and we were like halfway through this game.
Yeah, and then the rest, honestly, is it is about uptime, downtime. I'm going to quickly work through one very important round, which kind of shows everything. 1930. So don't do this thing either, right? Like when you're just running in mid like this, you don't need to help them take the wave. Right here, you should be on proximity camps, wolves, raptors, scuttle. Okay, you don't need to be here with them. And also you need to always have an objective in mind. What's the next objective in mind? These two things here. So we should not go up here. We should look at the lanes. So when it's uptime, right? Look at your lanes here. They're all kind of on this line. So what you're doing is good, actually, but if it was on Gromp.
Yeah, because this is where I die and things
This is where you die. So... Yeah, this is where you start to lose control of the game. And you're really, you're Thanos right now. Like you're actually Thanos, right?
Yeah.
And this is where it fails because of the mid game, because of the uptime, downtime. Okay, this is where it starts to fail because you're just on the wrong side. You're not thinking about the next objective. You are doing proximity camps, but on the wrong side. It would have been so perfect here if you just take these two camps, covering the kill anyone on this wave, protect this wave, play. You don't have to start these either. Yeah.
I think I said after this, I thought my team would engage with it, but actually, if you look at my team, like, how are they going to help me?
Exactly. They can't, which is why I told you to make your minimap bigger as well. I
can do that right now.
And this was a really good fight. So there was another downtime round where we kind of just play. I don't think it was this one. Let me try and find it. Did I not even make a note of it? I'm not sure. Third dragon is just really, really tanky. This was just tragic, obviously. This whole situation was just tragic. This is just like for you. Remember that third dragon is very, very tanky. So when both, like, look, enemy team ins here because I try and take it, right? And then you guys do the exact same thing here. Like, you guys try and take it. It's 4v5, but your team just kind of loses their minds trying to fight. Sucks, whatever. So the last thing I want to talk about is like when to farm and when, like, how you should be farming more in the mid game. Okay. So it was earlier, I think. I think it was earlier. There was a really big downtime moment where people were not on the map yet. Did I really not note it, or was it earlier? This one might not have been bad.
Downtime 17:30.
Downtime, great. Okay, 17:30. So I did. Okay. So after you take these raptors here, look at all your team. Like, look at all the lines that we're gonna just draw real quick.
Yeah.
Right. So, should you make a play mid right now?
I want to defend T1 mid, but I can't.
Okay, wanting to defend already I don't like, right? Minimizing is what, like, I want you to use, like, defending, minimizing, yeah, sure, same thing. I want you to think here, do not make a play because your team is not ready yet. It's downtime. This is the time where you should farm. So go here, do two camps, wait for them to come here. Then watch what happens. So this is supposed to be downtime where you just farm camps, but we're wasting time, right? Because the team's not ready yet. Look at Soraka, look at Smolder, and also Zed dies. Yeah. So when someone dies as well, how many people could the enemy have mid?
They could have 5.
They could have 5, and we have 4. So if someone dies like this, and they have more numbers, it immediately just becomes downtime again. So what you should do here in your downtime is either base for items, right? So after you take this rift here, you're always going to have 2 options on downtime because it's downtime right now, right? Look at your bot lane. Basing. The Kali's coming out of base, right? So it's immediately downtime here. What you want to do when you're on this rift herald is think, should I sync my base like, should I value basing here in my downtime? Which you always should when you have this much gold in an item, right? So you should have just based right now. Sync up with your team, play uptime. If you don't have to base, if you have like 500 gold here, right? And it's just like not worth basing, this is where you just farm camps.
Yeah.
It's so perfect. Then when you're farming camps, you're gonna finish wolves while everyone else groups up on this kind of line right here. So watch what should have happened. Let's just say you based here. Let's say you're coming at a base right now with your team. Zed dies. Instantly just becomes downtime again, even though you were ready to fight. It just is what it is. This is how team play looks. And then you backping everyone.
Sure.
But even
this is
still
maybe what
here,
I was talking about with like
that's why this happens, yeah.
Fights.
Yeah. Like this right here is not a time for you to fight because they can have 5 people. Moments before disaster, yeah. So ultimately, this is just an uptime, downtime issue. And uptime, downtime, plus always having an objective to think about is basically mid-game solved for jungle. There are some great areas, sneaking bases and things like, oh, okay, like on the uptime, what can we actually do? Can we actually take camps? Can we actually take towers? No. That's where you just kind of like set up vision and then just go back to your camps. But for now, I want you just to think about those tempo lines. Like, where are your team's tempo lines? If someone's dead, their tempo line is in base.
Got it.
So do things here. 4v5 and have 2k gold. Big throw. And then yeah, this was like the biggest throw, honestly. And then you have like the raptor death as well. So what is it here? Uptime or downtime right here? Why are we EQing forwards to mid? Right? Look, why are we not farming?
Tempo lines are screwed, yeah.
Look at that. Like it's just solved. So you just do 2 camps here. Your team gets to this point, and now after blue, you go and farm the camps that are more proximity to their line.
So you're not looking to like full clear, but you're just like while things are chilling.
Exactly. Like while people are getting set up again, you're just gonna hit something. Right. Because right now going here does nothing.
I have a very black or white, like I'm helping people fight or I'm farming, and I think that needs to change.
This makes it kind of black or white. It's like, why are we running mid?
That's what I mean.
You know, you're going too early. What this is, and now you're going back, right? You're rifting, but then when your team, you said this in the game as well, but now you're going back. It's like, it doesn't make sense, right? You should have done your camps first, then be here with them.
Yeah.
So that's what we'll end it, okay?
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's the mid game in a nutshell. And
all right, I'm gonna make my mini map bigger and
I'll send you these notes.